Hello, Penn Staters. My name is Erica Snyder. I'm one of the Think Again bloggers, and I'd like to talk to you today about my externship to Leg Up Farms. And Leg Up Farms was created by Louis Castriota, and his daughter actually was diagnosed with a rare disease, and what he intended to do was build this magnificent facility for those that needed transportation just to one facility to get occupational as well as horseback riding therapy. So what we're looking at is the riding stable at the Therapeutic Riding Center, and it is very large, as you can see. And inside there is a riding arena as well as observational area that we'll get to in a little bit later. But really, I would like to focus on is that what sets this apart from any other facility is that it incorporates occupational as well as physical therapy, speech therapy with a riding aspect. And so you really can benefit from both programs because you're not having to drive, 20, 50 miles to go to the nearest physical therapist and then have to go to the Therapeutic Riding Center. Right here you can see there's a Martin's Chip Truck as well as Rutgers gas station, and we also have a York Traditions building. This is all part of Matthewstown, and Matthewstown was donated, so it's an occupational area where kids can experience the different settings as well as at the same time work on their physical therapy or speech therapy. And so they're really having fun as well as being able to accomplish their goals, whether it be speech or physical therapy. And in the next slides you're going to see here, this is the physical therapy room where they have a lot of swings and cushions, and in the back there you see a trampoline. It's to work on their motor skills, so it's a primary room for working on those activities. In the next picture, this is the playground that is at the Leg Up Farm, and it actually took them a week to build this playground, and it took 800 volunteers to build this within that week, and it's primarily for a therapy session for kids to just go out there and have fun. And right next to it is a therapeutic pond, and this pond has koi fish in it where the children, whether they're in wheelchairs or they're able to walk up to the pond, they can feed the fish and just find some meditation at the pond. And when I was there, I just couldn't keep my eyes off of it. It was very peaceful outside, and I just wanted to sit out there forever. Also, in the next picture, we're going to be looking at the miniature horses and the donkeys. And I was able to do this externship with Ellen Bum. She's one of the other people participating in the externship with me. She's an animal science student as well, and we are the only majors to have an externship program. So if you're looking to externships and cool things like that, be sure to look out for the animal science major when you come up to visit. And the next barn is also where they would keep the donkeys and the miniature horses and the ponies, and they have to be fed daily, and they'll be walked too because they'll be in lessons. And that's me with the donkeys. The next slides I'd like to go over are the observational rooms as well as the riding arena. And the observation room is just where the parents can sit down and watch their child in the lesson without having to be a distraction and having the child want their mom or their dad while they're riding. And it was really cool to see what the parents' reactions were. And this is the ramp that they use for children that are smaller and can't get on the horse as easily, and so they'll have sidewalkers on both sides making sure that the child's on it properly. And this is the riding arena. They'll have some obstacles in it, and this is the horse tack room. The horse tack room and stable has a lot of equipment in it that the volunteers have to go into the tack room and get their specific guidelines that they have to follow. To the left of the picture you can see that there's tie stalls. All the horses are trained to work on the tie stalls, so you can leave a horse standing there with just two ropes tied to its halter, and it's just standing there while you tack it up. And the children can have the opportunity to tack up the horses if they'd like, if they're experienced, and if not, the children at the end of their riding lessons will untack the horse. And Right now at Leggett Farms they have 13 horses that are currently being housed at the facility, and I got to meet every single one of them. And in the next photo, and several photos that will follow after, they're just some pictures of a lesson that I was able to take some pictures of. And this young lady was working on her balancing as well as her speech. And so what they were doing was they have the person in front, his name's Boyd, and he's a volunteer that helps out during the lessons, and he's primarily the leader for the horse, so he's in control of making sure that the horse is walking properly and not acting up. And then the two other volunteers are sidewalkers, so they make sure that the child's securely on the horse and sitting on the saddle properly and not unbalanced, because really what they want is a balanced rider so that they get the full effects of riding on the horse. And in another lesson, there was an independent rider at the end of the ring, and what they're just doing is going over the obstacles and taking directions from the instructors. And sometimes it might be what they're working on that day that they're trying to come up with obstacles to go over, or maybe a small child might be working on speech and they're trying to pronounce words of the poles and what colors they are. And so I was taken away with the fact that these children, whether they're 5 or they're 16, they're able to overcome their obstacles, and they're able to work with these horses in a way that I probably never will, because I am not the greatest rider. And so I was able to be in the company of these people at Leggett Farms, and I thoroughly enjoyed my experiences. And what I took away from it is that no matter whether you're having a good day or a bad day, riding a horse always makes it better. Loved him. And Ellen is walking Chestnut in these photos. He's a miniature horse, and he's used for little kids with riding lessons as well as a cart pony.
That pretty much wraps up my video blog, and I hope you learned a little bit more about Leggett Farms and my externship opportunities. And to any future Penn Staters, I'd just like to say, get involved. Whether it's being a part of a club or an activity, sporting event, or even an externship, just get involved, because those are what really defines you as a Penn State student. We have so many opportunities at this university that I don't think I would be where I am today without them. And so look out for my new blog, which will be next week, or this coming week I should say. I'll be writing about my trip that I'll be taking to Kenya this summer, so you'll get to hear a little bit more about what all opportunities at Penn State Ag